also on this cruise, I am going to show you some of the ship, but I'm also going to show you some of the tours that we've taken. Just so I'm going to have like maybe
some of the port excursions that we're going to do.
Because everybody's looking at port excursions, and so was I, and I couldn't find much of them. So I'm going to show you what we actually booked with Disney and what it looked like.
So anyway, so now we're off to our day at sea. So come go with us. Good morning from day 3 of our treasure cruise. We have safely made it to Cozumel, Mexico. Got in about 8 o'clock this morning, and it's now roughly about 10, almost 10:30 in the morning. We've got an excursion at 11:15. We're going to go out and do a little tequila tasting, some chocolate tasting, and honey tasting.
Yeah, I was going to film all these excursions so you can kind of see, like, if you want to do it or not and everything. Yeah. It is very hot on the balcony, so I grabbed my hat today.
Yeah.
It didn't pack well.
Looks good.
I also wanted to tell you, I can't remember the name of this excursion or the number.
I got it right here.
Okay, because I was going to tell you.
This is the C as in Charlie, Z as in Zebra, 81, Best of Cozumel, Honey, Chocolate, and Tequila Experience. It says it's 4 hours and 30 minutes. And the cost per person was $64 per person plus taxes and tips. So
now our excursion doesn't leave until 11:50, which always makes me 11:15. Always makes me a little nervous because the ship leaves port at 4:45 today.
4:45 is on board.
So it's cutting close coming back.
Yeah.
And of course, this is a Disney cruise tour.
Yeah.
So hopefully they won't leave without us. That's why we book.
Yeah,
Disney
we always book. I know tours. A lot of people will book excursions with different places or Viator, Travel Advisor, people like that, because they're usually less expensive than book. But we always like to book with the cruise company, just because if it is running late,
they know
hopefully
that they will take care of their own tour company.
They'll wait for us. If not, if you're with somebody independent, then you're just, all bets are off. You're on your own.
It was kind of nice that it is an 11 o'clock tour, 11:15 tour. We got to sleep in this morning, kind of film the ship a little bit. I like earlier tours, though. I was thinking there was a 9:30 one, and we just couldn't get booked on that.
Yeah, I don't know why, if there was and there wasn't space available, or we just thought, we'll take a little later excursion, because we usually like to do a little bit earlier, so make sure we got plenty of time to get back. Right. So
I also wanted to show you why we're on port. We are on the port side. If you're facing the ship, it's the left-hand side of the ship. And we always like starboard because when they do Pirates Night, you can see fireworks off your balcony usually, and also when you're in Castaway Cay, you can actually see the island. But with the port stops here, we didn't know, but we do have a good view
of the Cozumel pier in the port.
So this is the view from the port.
This is our first time to Cozumel, so we don't know a whole lot about it. But there is a pier that you dock at and you walk. It's a pretty good little walk over to the main area, and then you get, looks like a ferry station right across from us.
Probably going to Cancun.
I'm guessing there's a lot of high rises down there, so I'm thinking maybe that's some of the resort hotels for Cozumel. But anyway, the water's beautiful, beautiful blue.
So if you are on the port side, you do have a good port view
Yeah.
of Cozumel.
We're assuming that you would always, I don't know, you know, you could possibly another ship on the other side of you.
Oh yeah, that's
that
true.
You might not have a view,
That's
but
true.
right now we're the only ship in port.
That's true. So there you go.
So anyway,
So I'll film this one and let you know kind of how it goes on this tour. Everybody always asks us about what the tours are and how they do and all that kind of stuff. So you got the code on this one, you got what it is, and
approximate cost, and always the price may vary from trip to trip or year to year depending. So, but anyway, so that's what we're going to do. So come go with us.
smells like bad choices or college. Okay? My friends, we're about to drink it in the proper way. My friends, you just smell and you feel a lot of burn, right? You're smelling 38% of alcohol. That means maybe 76 proof. Okay? It's maybe a little strong, but you'll be fine. Okay? Now, grab your tequila. The second step will be like this. You're gonna sip a little bit of your tequila, hold it for 2 seconds, and then you swallow. Remember, after that, breathe. Okay? But the thing, why we need to breathe after that? The burning sensation of tequila after you breathe out, the burning sensation will be lower. All right? That is really important, how to breathe after you drink tequila. So please go ahead. Sip it, hold it, swallow, and then breathe. Okay? You're gonna feel the sensation of burning after you breathe out. The burning sensation. All right, that means one thing. Your tasting buds are opening, my friends. Once your tasting buds are open, you can enjoy any flavor.
It's not too bad.
For example, we like to drink wine before any spaghetti or pizza. Can you try to guess what's the flavor in it?
Mango.
Mango. This guy deserves a second shot.
I said that.
You did too.
You're having right there mango liqueur. It's not necessary to sip it in this case because it's a liqueur. The base of this liqueur is tequila blanco 100%, if you're probably making that question in you. Okay? So my friends, grab it, your tequila, and say with me again, arriba, arriba, abajo, al centro, y adentro. Please go ahead. That's delicious.
That's good.
Okay.
That's good. I like that.
Did you? You like that one?
I like that.
Mango.
All right.
Yeah.
Liqueur.
My friends, do you like that?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
That's okay. I was just going to show that
This is
you
what-
get off of the boat here on Cozumel and you're in that mall area.
Yeah, you go to a mall area, big double-decker mall. Gilbert Shop. Like it could come up a storm, doesn't it, Kim?
It does.
Good evening from day 3 of the cruise.
We just got back off of Cozumel, and we're on the ship, and we're heading out to sea to our next stop.
Yep.
We have dinner tonight, but we want to talk real quick because I'm doing all the little tours that we've taken on this trip, and we did a tour today. Like I said, it was called the Best of Cozumel.
The Best of Cozumel with honey, chocolate, and tequila experiences.
And we had 11:30. It was about 4 hours and a half. We got back on the ship, no problem.
Yeah.
Did we like the tour? I liked the tour. It showed you the whole island.
Yeah, you got to pretty much circumvent the whole island. I mean, you just missed the very northern tip, which they said is basically considered swamp. So we didn't, because we cut across from the west side to the east side and then all the way around and then back up, because it's only, what they say, like 15 miles long and 7 or 8 miles wide, so not a big island.
Sure. So you get to see the whole island on an air conditioning bus, which is nice. It was a pretty big tour.
Yeah.
And we stopped at the honey place, a chocolate place, and the tequila place. And I liked all the stops. I bought a little bit of everything, but
except tequila,
because it's hard to get back on the ship with tequila. But you can. It is doable. But the thing I would say, I would like more tasting. Like when we did the honey stop, we tasted 2 types of honey, but they have all kinds of different honeys with different flavors. And I wish that we would get to taste like 5 or 6 or something. And maybe if you asked, you probably could.
Might have been able
to.
to.
And then the same with the chocolate. We stopped. They showed us how to make chocolate. They made chocolate.
Which
we
was
got
interesting. Very, it was interesting how it was, and how cocoa beans in the Mayan culture was their form of currency.
Right.
So they didn't have any money or anything, so that was interesting to learn that.
And then when you got into the shop, you can get like 3 different pieces of the chocolate candy bar and to taste it. But I kind of wish they had a like part of the more tasting part of the
if you book this tour as a tasting experience, you'll probably be disappointed because it's really not. It's more of educational about how the honey is made and this particular type of bee that was specific to this region and the Mayan culture, and then obviously
the same with the chocolate.
Same with the chocolate.
They didn't have a lot of tasting. They like you get to taste 3 different types of chocolate. They have like tons of chocolate candy bars, but it's little pieces of chocolate. I want to taste like 5 or 6 or 7 of these.
I guess you could have just kept going around through the line and have more if you want.
And then the same with the tequila stop. They give you 2 little cups. I mean, tiny cups of tequila. One was a Blanco and one was a liquor.
It was actually a mango liqueur,
which was very good.
Tequila.
They're all good stuff. We bought something, like I said, on all stops, but they're just, to me, wasn't a lot of tasting. And then you had a couple of notes to make.
Yeah, one of the things that I forgot to do was at each of the stops, you have your tour guide and your bus driver that's taking you in between the stops. But then at each place, like at Honey, there's somebody that talks to you about the honey, explains the whole process, the bees, the types of honey and whatnot, and then they ask for tips. Obviously, it's not required, but they ask and stuff. So as we be sure to take some small bills, 1s and 5s. I mean, you don't need to tip them more than a couple of dollars if you feel like you need to. And then it was the same thing at the chocolate factory and the same thing at the tequila factory. And so I forgot to bring small bills, so stiff the guides today.
But we did tip our guide.
Yeah, we did tip our guide.
Our driver. We had bigger bills, like $20.
Yeah.
But you might want to take some 5s,
that was
1s,
one thing
and
that
10s.
I regret not doing, because they do a good job educating you and working you through the process. So that would be the thing I'd make sure, just take some 1s and 5s at the most that's all you need for that.
It was really interesting. We learned about the island from our tour guide. We learned kind of how he lives on a small island, and then we learned about each place. So it was a good tour. It was only like $69.
It was $64 I think a piece per person, for an adult. And there was a few kids on the trip too, and they make arrangements for them. They get them different things obviously they can taste the honey and they can taste the chocolate, but at the tequila factory they set them up with something with crayons and coloring pages. So you can take children, because these kids were probably 7, 8 years old. And so good morning from day 4. We are arriving in Georgetown, Cayman Islands this morning. We're about 15 minutes away or 20 minutes away from docking.
So I wanted to talk about this excursion that we're doing, but first of all, also about Grand Cayman. So Grand Cayman has a reef around it, a protective reef, and so that's why you have to tender in. They don't have a
deep water pier for cruise ships or any type of ship. So
and if anybody's ever tendered, it's kind of a pain. But Disney kind of has it down. So we're on a tour. So we're going to meet at a designated area on the ship, which is Marvel, and then they will actually get us on a
escort to our personal tender for the excursions that are going.
So if you're on other ships, if you ever did another cruise, if they were tendering, you usually have to go on your phone or go make a tender reservation. Like I want to do a 9:15 or 9:30. With Disney, if you want to get off on this island independently, and then they said that basically you just go to the Walt Disney Theater and they will get you in line to get off.
Yeah, they basically take you as you come,
Yeah, take you as you come. There's no reservation or anything, just takes you as you come. You get a set in the theater where it's air conditioning, they said, and nice. And they said the whole process can take up to maybe
about 45 minutes. So
to get you in line, get you on the tender, and get you off.
And most importantly, they stress is that you have all of your party with you when you get to the Walt Disney Theater, because if you come in, they seat you, and somebody from your other party comes,
it could be further back.
They're going to be farther back. They're not going to put them up with you. So
they try to keep everything fair, and then they also say don't try to go straight down to the gangplank to deck 1
to get on a tender
without going through the process,
because they give you a sticker that you have to wear, and if you show up without a sticker, you're going to get sent back. So just follow the rules. So
the last tender ship back into the ship is about 5:30 today. So don't usually take that last one because it is very, very crowded usually.
Right.
So, but we're on a tour. And what tour we are on is...
We are on the G74 Starfish and Mangrove Tour. And it is 2 hours and 30 minutes, and it costs $179 per person plus taxes and tips. Yeah. And so what we do is we'll get off we'll tender over to the pier, then we'll get onto another boat, and it takes you through the mangroves, the protected areas of Grand Cayman. These are protected mangroves. And you'll kind of sail through those, and during that time they have snacks and different things on the boat that you can have that are included in your price. And then from there you sail on over to what's called Starfish Island.
And you can take a dip in the water
there. And there
we're wearing our swimsuits
today. It's a small island. There's lots of starfish supposedly in the water. I don't know that the water's real deep, maybe knee deep, ankle deep, or not ankle deep, waist deep. And so you get to stay around there for a while, and then after that you sail back across the cove. And they have champagne, beers, soft drinks, non-alcoholic drinks, and some additional snacks. One of them was a patty. Don't know what kind of patty, but just a patty.
We'll find out for you, though.
So, but anyway, like I said, it's about 2.5 hours. So we're supposed to meet at 10:15 to leave at 10:30. So we should be back on the ship around 1:30.
But we're getting into Cayman right now. We'll take you out there and kind of show you
as
we're into Cayman, and then we'll film this tour, and so you can kind of decide if you want to go.
So anyway, come go with us.
So there's Cayman. You think this is as close as we're gonna get?
Get a little bit closer. Can't remember how far out they said you were.
we have a pretty clean room. I mean,
a little bed's a little messy, so we just got up. But anyway.
I was going to say, we need to let you know how we thought about the Cayman tour.
Yeah, Grand Cayman tour.
It was very expensive. It was $179 a person.
Yeah.
But Cayman, we found out, is the second highest,
most expensive place to live in the world.
So your tours are probably going to be a little more expensive.
Yeah.
Was it worth it?
Starfish Mangrove. We started off the day. Everything, was.
Oh, it's so smooth with Disney.
Yeah, Disney they had it. You get off. There was another cruise ship in port yesterday. It was getting off and doing excursions, and Disney's just seemed. I mean, the other cruise line looked a little chaotic and hectic, and Disney's just seemed really smooth and easy to do.
Hats off to Disney.
Yeah.
So you meet on the ship most of the time in Disney before you go, and they give you a sticker, and then they have a paddle that you follow for your tour.
Yeah.
They walk you to the tender, which I like that. I hate tendering, but they had such an organized tender. Yeah. Our tender was there. It was ready. They walked us down to it. We got on it, got off. It's a little.
Yeah, they probably needed a little bit more representation once you got to the pier off of the tender. They did have a lady there, a Disney employee that was directing you up to where you needed to go. Which there's different gates that you go through when you get into the Caymans, and so direct you to the correct gate. And then there was a tent set up. And there was a representative there that told us, stand in this line, wait here.
But then they left. They had a private tour they had to go on or something. Yeah. And so then they left. Nobody was there attending our line. And of course, we just can't stand that. So we started helping people.
People were coming up, and we were telling them they had to sign in and do this and do that.
And we didn't want to.
But anyway, but then when it was time to go.
They lined us up. They got us to the bus.
Had a bus driver there. We walked over, short walk to the bus, jumped on, 20-minute drive over to where our boat was docked.
And the tour company, I mean, it was pretty good. It was okay. Yeah, we went to Starfish Beach first.
Starfish Point.
And, it was okay. It wasn't as clean as I thought it would be, but this is an island, and this is probably a public beach.
Because this place is open to, you can drive there also if you're actually staying on Grand Caymans, but.
You might want to wear
water shoes.
Because, if you're walking on the land part, there was a lot of beer caps and glass and stuff.
Different things. So, and they do have restrooms there, and so
they were pretty nice.
It's a pretty nice hike down to those. So yeah, I would definitely recommend some water shoes for this one. And
starfish aplenty.
Yeah, we saw a lot of starfish, but like you say, it was just it was a 20-minute boat ride over to Starfish Point. You get out. Our guides were very nice and everything, but they said, okay, we're going to be here for an hour, and you just kind of got out of the water and walked around yourself. They didn't really tell you anything about the starfish or Starfish Point.
They did a little bit. They said basically when you get off, you can pick them up, but just don't take them out of the water because it kills them, which we learned that.
Yeah.
But so they told us a little bit, and then they gave us an hour there. We probably didn't need an hour.
I'm thinking 30 to 45 minutes tops there because, you like say you walk around, you see a lot of starfish, a few fish. And then, so after that, we loaded back up on the boat. And
they had beer, they had pop, they had water, they passed out, they had Czech mix, and
some
cookies.
Snacks and chicken empanada,
and champagne.
It had champagne,
which I enjoyed that as we go over to the mangroves. But the mangroves weren't a lot.
Yeah, you just go down really one channel, and they play a tape on a pre-recorded tape on the boat that kind of explains the mangroves. There's a red, white, and black mangroves, and they kind of explain the reds closer to the water, white's a little bit farther away, and the black's farther away, and that has to do with the depth of the soil and how far they have to go to get to the soil, and so.
And then they showed us jellyfish, lots of jellyfish.
Yeah, there was all these jellyfish that were kind of just hanging in the seagrass, and
so it was a short little tour of that.
And so after that, that's you do that, and then that's pretty much it, and you head back. So all in all,
it wasn't bad. I liked it. Got off the ship. We got to be on a boat. We got to go to an island. The water was beautiful there. It's a little bit more like a public beach,
Yeah.
so you have to kind of,
Yeah.
Um,
And there's
wasn't
those
clean,
multiple
clean.
other tours there when
Yeah.
you're there too. Ours was a small tour. We only had about 12 people on our tour, but there was a couple of big party boats there that
Yeah.
probably had 30, 40, 50 people on them. So it is a little crowded, but it's big enough to where you don't really, it's not that big of a deal. But like I say, for $179, I don't, the value, I don't see it. But
I mean,
but again,
it wasn't bad. It wasn't the most outstanding, but that's our take on it.
yeah. So anyway,
take away what you want.
So anyway, all in all, it was, like I say, got us off the ship, got us on a boat, got us on the water, got to see a little bit of Grand Cayman Island from the sea. So anyway, it was pretty good. So
anyway, we'll keep doing these tours so you can see if you want to take them or not.
all right,
So,
come go with us.
Hey, looky here. We did room service this morning because it's 6 o'clock in there, 6:30, and we have to be down for our e-bike tour at 8 early morning. But we just got us some fruit. Steve got some hot chocolate. I got some coffee. We got a couple of croissants.
A couple pieces of toast.
Some jelly and butter. Some milk.
That's for my hot chocolate.
Oh,
I don't know what the milk's for.
I thought I got milk for my coffee.
You did.
But is this cream? No. I got milk and cream. Coffee. So this is what we're gonna do. And we're in Jamaica. And we are docked. We are on the port side. Maybe we're still docking. And there is Jamaica. Show you what port side looks like.
Jamaica.
So we're on port side, and this is your view.
So you do get a little view of the island, tip of the island.
You don't get the dock view, but you do get a little bit of a view.
And the beautiful ocean.
We've been to Jamaica in 1985.
I think it was the last time we were here, so almost 41 years ago. It was our first trip outside of the United States.
And now
Here we are, 41 years later, we finally made it back.
And I don't know how many countries, but
Yeah.
we have got some countries in, so now this is our second time coming back. We did Ocho Rios and we did the Dun River Falls then.
The White River, Port Antonio.
with the White River river raft. So today we're doing an e-bike. Anyway, we'll see if it's worth it.
Good morning from
Jamaica,
day 5 of our 7-day Disney Treasure Cruise. And today we are in the port of Falmouth, Jamaica. I'm not sure exactly how. Falmouth.
I thought we'd be in Montego Bay.
Yeah, but anyway, so we're getting ready. It's a little bit before 8 o'clock in the morning. We've got an early excursion today. We are doing the FA 92 e-bike Adventure Falls with lunch, which is about a 5.5 hour tour. So we're leaving the ship at around 8:30 this morning.
It's an early morning after pirate night.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind.
Yeah.
That Room service after a hard stay in Jamaica. We got cheese. We got
the
wine.
all hands on deck cheese tray.
All hands on deck. No cost, just a tip. Yeah, we're sitting on our balcony
Looks like blue cheese.
of Jamaica.
Some cheddar. Mushroom.
Our baby bell. We're looking a little rough. So we wanted to talk about our adventure today in Jamaica. So we went and did the e-bike tour, and it took us to
Good Hope Estates.
Good Hope Estates,
which was we got in at the dock. It's about a 20-minute drive from the pier to the Good Hope Estates.
So what did we think about it? I like the e-bike. It was $149 a person.
Plus tax and tips.
And so they bus you up to Good Hope Estate. But what they don't say on the e-bike tour, and this is what you need to know, the e-bike tour, the zip lining tour, and the rafting tour was all kind of bought from this Good Hope Estates. So when you buy a tour from there, you also get to experience the Good Hope Estate pool and everything. So there is a tour that just takes you there, and you can experience.
They have a pool. They have a man-made waterfall. They've got, and our tour actually included lunch, which we did know that was part of the tour. But we didn't know was that you get to use the other facilities. That wasn't really made clear in the description on the Disney website for the experience. And I even talked to the port of call desk here on the cruise ship, and she didn't really seem to know exactly what was all included.
We did get a little notification that popped up and says, "Hey, you're on the e-bike tour. Don't forget a swimsuit and a towel and your key card." Well, we're sitting there going, "Why do we need a swimsuit?" Because it also, you got into the Good Hope Estate pool area. Yeah. And you also got the meal, and they also have lockers, and they're pretty decent lockers, and a place to change and restrooms. So if you're going to do the e-bike or the zip lining or the tubing that's coming out of that Good Hope Estates, and then take your swimsuit, because you know, after we did the e-bike, we we got our locker. The locker was $10. We were able to put two backpacks in our two small backpacks in our locker. It was $10, and then we changed into our swimsuits. They had little changing rooms there, and then they had a cool pool. And a bar and music,
the bar was extra. Anything you bought at the bar was extra, and they also had food that you could order from the bar that was extra too. So the included food was just pretty basic. You had some jerk chicken, some rice and beans, some vegetables, and just your choice of water or fruit punch to drink. So if you wanted anything over and above that, you could order it from the bar, but again, that was an extra cost. The e-bike tour was really pretty nice. I mean, the bikes were simple to operate. They
were simple to operate. You want to hold the camera for a second? Thank you.
They did a really good job of explaining, how they worked. It gave you about a 10-15 minute kind of instructions on how they worked. Let you kind of drive down and turn around and come back, make sure you get a feel for the accelerator and whatnot. And then you were out on the trail. You were probably out for about an hour all told on the bikes. About 30 minutes you go out, and then they stop, and they have a guy that comes by in has a four-wheeler, and they give you some water and some fruit and talk a little bit about the area and the Good Hope Estates and what goes on, and then you head back in. But it was $149, like I said, $149 per person. But again, I think the value was a lot better today than what we did in Grand Cayman yesterday, because you did get lunch, you did get extended time on the e-bikes, and you got use of all the other facilities. So all in all, I think that I definitely recommend this one.
Yeah, if you do this one, or if you do the zip lining, I think the zip lining looked really cool at this place too. It was all right there, and then there's this big river that goes through there, and the tubing looks really good. So I would call next time maybe even do the tube rafting thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it looked really, really. It was a cool place. So if you were going to do one of these tours, and then I think there was a tour just to go to the Good Hope.
Yeah, I think you could just buy a day pass to utilize the pool and the waterfall and all that.
Oh, and then note, they had a bus coming back to the ship. They had one at 12, one at 1, every hour.
Every hour on the hour, they have a bus that comes back to the ship.
12,
and
1, 2, and the last one was
it
at
looked
3.
like it was just kind of first come, first serve, but when we got ready to leave, they had actually two buses there waiting, ready to go. So I think they
didn't have to wait very long.
They manage it all pretty well, it looks like. So anyway,
bring your swimsuit, bring a towel, and bring some tipping money to tip your guys.
Yeah, again, they do. The facility itself does take cash or credit card, but obviously all the tips and everything are cash only. So anyway, it was a good trip. So now we're off to dinner. So
yeah, it's Coco for our second night.
Yep. So
and it's casual night. So it is.
Welcome to the Bahamas.
It is
day 7 of our 7-day cruise. Today is the last day. We are docked. We're docked at Castaway Cay, which is Disney's one of their 2 private islands. It's the oldest, the original. And right now we've only been to the other one time, but this one is we like it better, but we'll have to wait and see when we go back to the other one. Give it another chance.
But anyway, we're getting off. We were going to get off later, but now we decided we're going to get off early because it's hot. It's May, and it is hot out there.
Yeah.
And so we're going to get off while it's still not as hot as when it would be probably at 1 or 2
and
or
maybe
3.
try to get back on board and go to the matinee of the Moana show at 3 o'clock. We'll see how that works out. But
yeah, it's our last night, so we have to come back and pack, get our suitcases out by 10. And I don't know if I want to do an 8:30 Moana show, but
Anyway, but we also have a 6 o'clock to choose from too, so we got options. So
yeah, because we're not going to Marvel's.
Yeah, we're not going to Marvel for our last
dinner. 3 times, and we are not going the 3rd time. We went ahead and tipped our waiters last night.
Yeah.
And so we're all good.
We're all good. So anyway, come go with us to Castaway Cay.
Perfect chair.
We found the perfect chair.
It's hard to find the perfect chair, isn't it?
It's a quest of KJ's. Every beach, every pool we ever go to.
Find the perfect chair.
We usually change chairs multiple times, but this time just once. So
you gotta have shade, you gotta have sun. A little sun for me, a little shade for him. And then you also have to be able to people watch and it's hard to find that. We're on the 2nd row. We could have went farther down and got on the 1st row probably. But then when we get ready to go back, it's not as far as to walk.
All right.
So anyway, there you go.
There you go.
This is the first beach you come to.
This is the family beach.
And there's plenty of trees. There's coconuts in those trees right there. You would think that they wouldn't have coconuts.
Be careful of the coconuts.
More people die of coconuts. Looky, there's coconuts in those trees. I'm surprised.
There it is. Huh? Dear Disney, don't you know?
More people die of coconuts than we learned that on Jamaica.
Jamaica? Yeah, Jamaica.
Don't stand under the coconut tree.
Don't stand under the coconut tree with anybody. Oh, no.
And then we also learned to put the lime in the coconut.
Put the lime in the coconut?
You really put the lime in the coconut water because the lime and coconut...
It's good for your blood pressure.
So when they say put the lime in the coconut...
And coconut water can be a replacement for an IV fluid.
Didn't know that.
It's the only other fluid that can work that way. You can use it as an IV.
Yeah, we learned all kinds of stuff.
And it's good for your heart. It goes straight to your heart. Coconut water goes straight to your heart. That's why you don't mix it with the rum. Because then rum goes straight to your heart.